Hi guys, my name is Xenomorph96, back with another video. With success with the other one. Well, I should say success, what we need to do. New to the channel, welcome to the channel. Welcome. Sorry, I was looking at something on my computer. And if you are one of my regulars, welcome back. I hope all of you are having a great day today. And yeah, so what's going to happen is I'm just finding a colour chart because I need a colour chart. So you're probably thinking, what's happening today? Right, so we did all sanding. Let's break it all down. So we've done sanding, all the old excess paint. We have built some of it up by painting it, painting the bottom parts and fixing certain bits, but we need to fix out. On the before, what I didn't show you on the last video, I didn't have time to show you, is I managed to finish one of them, which is here. So there is one of them that I have purposely blacked out. That's all blacked out. You can tell. That will be getting painted today. Again. Then, as you can tell, the middle is still a little bit wet, but it is drying. I added a bit of chrome in the middle, but with a nice gold touch. The seats are nice and dry. That is ready to go when it needs to. That's going to go on that side for now. I will be fixing bits and bats to do with it today. Does mean what colour chart. Anyway, so I did make a colour. I mixed red, chrome and gold together to mix this colour. Don't know if you can tell, but that is a very, very solid colour, which will be going on that car. I do really want to bottle that, so I do need to find an empty bottle, empty one of empty one of these, and I can transfer some of that into that. Mixing jar 101. I'm going to show you something. I can show the lid of it. Look, that's the colour in it. It looks quite nice actually, a nice little colour. It's got red, it's predominantly a bit more red than the chrome and the gold, but it has the sparkle from the chrome as well as a bit of the gold tint to it. My computer today is deciding to not work. Don't know why, but anyway. So today we're gonna get things shown on the road. Pretty much, we're going to show the road, and we're going to do it straight away. I'm going to replace you about there. So yeah, you can see what I'm doing as well as today. So we will be painting that later on. When I mean later on, I mean literally later down the line. Little bits get painted last, things like that gets done easy there. So as you can tell, I went mental with the sander. Well, when I say sander, it's a rotary sander. It's cleaned this off for us. And when I mean cleaned it off, it's... 2 seconds, guys. There we go. So, my computer wants to play up every time. So, as you can tell, I have cleaned this silver back to factory settings. That's what it would look like roughly in factory setting mode. I know there's some bits of white that I've left. I've done it on purpose just in case I need an extra coat to where I need to go. Let me just... So, if I'm going to say this is where it's going to get very, very quickly, how can we say it, good. Because me, I'm going to paint this. Don't need any gloves, don't need any goggles or masks to state that it's going to be harmful, because these paints are not harmful, unless you want to do something stupid with them. But yeah. So I'm going to open this, and first thing I'm thinking of when I open it, you're thinking, this is going to be a very weird colour. It's going to be a weird colour because it's what it is, and I think by the way, I have got a bit of water on this. The reason why I've got a bit of water on it is I was literally trying to colour everything else up, and I had time to you know, do what the thing is. So, do have a cloth, which is actually, as you know, my face mask. But it does go in the wash. So I'm gonna I'll tell you something right now, it's a nice colour. Like, it's a nice colour to look at. And I'm going to say the reason why. It's a colour that I've mixed. Right? And when you mix it, when I normally mix a colour like this, there's something not right. Wow. The colour of this car is actually going to be nice. Do You know, the funny thing is, let me just do it on this side for you, and then you can understand what I'm experiencing here. So you can see it now. It's a weird colour, but it's a colour that makes sense, if I know what I mean. Personally, this is quite a nice colour. It's like, it's not too dark and not too light. It's a bit of a mixture of both. Remember, guys, I've actually mixed this before I came on to show the colour mixing process. Well, I did it. I just mixed it straight away to see if it would work, and it does work. It's a really weird thing because you can just see, you know, when you're having the light over it, it shines with a bit of chrome and gold coming through. So let me do my side. So, like I said, I do have a problem with this side because part of it doesn't want to be together, basically. Take that out. Why are you not doing what I tell you? See, one side actually has a slit. Don't know why. Don't know why it has a slit, but I know I've only done one section. So what I'm doing here is I'm applying pressure. Hopefully that super glue bites the metal, which it should have done. It should have done. If it hasn't, I have to redo it again. It's alright. I think it may have bit. No, it hasn't bit it, so I'm going to have to try it on another. And when it's clamped. So I'm going to. This paint is a nice colour. Don't know why I've chose it, but it gives you that ability to have a colour where you know, you've got a colour of the car. It's not pink, it's not gold, it's not silver, it's not chrome. I could have easily just gone chromed it all and then painted gold on top of it and then painted red on top of it. That'd be very easy. But it's not giving a decisive just one colour scheme. I think Google's reworded my words, what I put, but there you go. So yeah, moving it around is going to be easier. Well, let me just tell you it this way. It's fun. Painting a car, that's going to be a different colour altogether. In a different colour. Oh shit. There you are. Hold it like that. So, if there's anybody out there who does a job of mixing paints, what colour would it be if I mix red, gold and silver and chrome together to make that type of colour of paint? So I can give it a little name on the bottle. I will tell you though, I'm not really good at mixing paints, but that's the very first time I've actually got a result that I kind of liked. So that is a nice little bottle of redemption. Let's read. No, I hate when Google changes your wording. reading at you. That's a good point. Is it a royal blue mat? Probably, yeah. I was trying to make another colour here, guys, and I'm just trying to get ideas where it's going to look kind of cool, you know what I mean? Hopefully it does, but hopefully it doesn't. So, trying to let that dry out would be quite nice. I do need to really fix that. Even though it's got had one colour go out on it, it's still worth fixing. So, go away. So, in order to do what I do best, by blowing on it, guys, is I'm trying to get it dried quicker. People say, "No," I probably think, "Why do you get a UV lamp? Doesn't that work?" UV lamps do work, but they're expensive to buy. If I can try and find one that's cheap enough, I probably would. does take some time, guys. So I'm trying to pin it. I wish I had like a little jack. I can do that. Which I don't, by the way, but so I need to sort that out properly. So I'm gonna do doors next. So let's get this mixed. So I enjoy the painting part. The sanding part's alright, but he's a pain in the bum when you got to sand everything back down again. And there, ladies and gentlemen, is your doll with a goldish, chromish, reddish touch. See, with the doors and the boot lid, oh, should I say, as you Americans would call it, my fellow Americans abroad, over there, you would call it trunk, I believe. We call it a boot over here. We call it the proper way, trunk. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna. Now, if you noticed, I'm painting one direction. That's because when I paint one direction, it dries in one direction. So they will be drying out very quickly. So it gives me enough time to get through them all. So the first coat goes down like as it should do. So I'll take one side because I've got this idea, which you're probably seeing now, and I'm going to paint on there. But you see on this edge here, I'm just going to do it like this, and then still go that side to cover anything that I may have lost. Anything on the edges, that will be covered. So, thinking, no, that's cool. It is cool when you let that dry out, because when it dries out, that's going to be solid. Now, that's the other bit that I hate painting. I know we have a problem with this, with the arm. I've got to be very careful of that now. Let's have a look. What do they use? Red. By the way, I actually got oh, didn't actually have to colour up here. Anyway, I know I've got to be very careful with it. That's the idea. This is part 3 of it all. Wait until you see part 4 when we got to assemble it all. So yeah, we're going to go down on this. So this today is just painting, getting it all so when you're painting this, I will let you know if you are younger than 18, you up to paint like this. I'd recommend asking a parent or someone who's good at mixing paints or good at doing it for you, because this acrylic paint does decide to stick to your skin, and you need to have about 2 or 3 showers to roughly get it off. So I'm just going to go through the sides just to make sure the sides are covered. So that there is absolute covered. I think I may have made a candy red by accident. I didn't even mean to do it. So that's going to go sit somewhere else. That's going to sit down, relax, do nothing. Let it do what it does best. I do need to get that thing in place. I don't know. I think we all know this, don't we? I need this to dry out a little bit better. Oh, no. So it's fast acting, oh yeah. It's actually dried in. So, you know when I said I'd put some glue on it from the other side? It did work. But because it's fast acting, I've got to make sure my side of it is fast acting too. So I'm going to put a dab on that. So what you're doing is you're going to lean it back, or lean it upside down, whatever I do. Do that. Sometimes you can leave it like that, but I wouldn't. I'd go like that, because then it sets and it's also clear. But this does need a second coat all the way through to make it look nicer. You can tell that the car's coming back to life with this colour. I wanted to have a colour that's got a bit of gold vibe in it, plus the chrome inside it, and then of course the red. It is a little bit of time of waiting, but waiting is perfect for me. Oh, right. So I'm thinking right now, this is now coming. Oh, yes it is. If I don't understand is, this glue can set, it's got a fast setting time, so it's great for us people who do die casts. But the problem is, it's a pain in the ass to wait. Did it stink? Yeah, super glue does. This type of super glue does stink. It stinks because, well, as you can tell, right now, I now get to paint this over, like rapidly. Paint this over. So you can tell now the colour of this car becomes a little bit more live. So, as you can tell, I don't know if you can tell by the light, but the light is actually giving a nice good reflection to it. I actually do like the colour of this car. And before anyone said, oh wait, it's pink, isn't it? It's actually not pink. And I may do need some of you guys to understand this, because if you are a professional person who mixes paint for a living, this is probably your job to understand which colour, what colours are what. And if you want to know what colours I use red, chrome, and gold in acrylic paint for die casts, of course, to make this colour, which is a monster of a colour, because I kind of actually like the colour. So, before I do the back and all that, I don't know if I can do that. Yeah, I can do. So, probably thinking, why am I chosen this type of colour to mix, these colours to mix, and then I'll just fire it on. I wanted a colour, like I said before, I like 3 colours. I've always wanted to see what gold and chrome and red mixed together would look like, and now I know because it looks quite cool. And when I mean it looks quite cool, it's cool. So yeah. So for today, what we're doing in this video for part 3 of rebuilding this, repainting this, is I'm going to paint this up. We're going to paint it up for a reason. So, with a lot of it being painted, you know, it's really weird because when you look at it at different sides, you can see the chrome and then gold comes in a little bit, and then you can just see it cover. I think I might have just done a chameleon colour paint scheme without my knowing. But yeah. So you can see if you look at, so I'm looking from above here, so I can see the chrome, and then if I come in a little bit, you know, tilt my head in a little bit, I can see the gold and it goes into red. I think I have done a chameleon scheme because that looks quite cool. I think I might have just done a chameleon paint scheme here. I'm not just saying saying it off the top of my bat that I've made something. I'll show you the full thing what it looks like, and if one of you guys who are paint mixers wants to know, wants to find on your chart or anything what that colour is, and like I said, I mixed gold, chrome. Show you what I mixed. I mixed gold leaf paint, bit of chrome silver into that mix, and then the piece of resistance, the one that makes it happen, red. I don't know if you can get red there. Yeah, there is red there. So for that the autofocus. That's only because I mixed into that one pot, and you're thinking, that looks pretty different. Why is it different? But yeah, I've done I think I could have done a good job actually. It's come out really well, to be honest with you. If anyone wants to say that, I have been on it for some time. So, like I said, so I'm getting the chrome in. So I'm just trying to get it all in, so then it's a really, don't know why, but it fits the car so well. It's like it's coming out the factory basically. You know that fresh look when you get a painted car? Now I get to go over it a couple of times to make sure it is painted in well. So, if you're thinking, why am I doing that? Getting it in all in the nooks and crannies. Well, if you think about it, when the car comes out, it'll come out nice. Not horrible. So, we can go like that. That can stay like that. So I do need a jar for that really, because I've made a really good paint. I don't know if you can see it, but that is a really good colour for what I've mixed. I've actually just checked it. I didn't mix it with a brush. I just checked it together and it just blended really well actually. It does mean when this dries out it does dry out. It does mean I have to put it all back together, which would be a very delighted thing to do, as the colour of the car is coming together really well. So we've got this bit, and I believe I've got another one. I've got another brush here somewhere. Yes, I have. I can go in there. That one can do the same thing and go in there. So I do need chrome for this. Why do I need chrome? Well, it's quite simple. Chrome, when I'm dabbing it in, it's going to be for all these little bits that you can see. So I'm going to hold this. So little components like this are very hard to do fiddly wise. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go in anything that's lumpy, I'm going to paint over and make it chromed. So far I've done that. You can tell it's popping it back out with the chrome. Not using too much chrome. So this is going to be a very, very entertaining bit here, because this is where I got to give a lot of focus and a lot of my time to. So you're probably thinking, alright, are you doing it all chrome? I'm not doing it all chrome, I'm just going to paint it all on chrome and see what I can get out of black. No, I'm going to leave some of it in black. But I'm going for the components, because I know when they're made, they're not actually black, they're actually chromed. Just for a little top tip there for you. So, finding the components to chrome it up does look good. So, by doing what I do here, it's quite nice. So I'm guessing this is it as well. So, it's hard to explain this, but when you're doing this, I'm going to go over it . I will let you know now, it's really, really frustrating. So when you're doing stuff like this, you may accidentally hit black and all that. So just to make sure that this is not going to happen again, clean brush, always a good tip here. Close that off. I have actually hit a bit of black, but which does mean so yeah. If we're thinking I must get tired of cleaning my brushes, I don't really get tired of cleaning brushes. What I get tired of doing is messing up the colours. Just like that, hey presto, you've got a clean engine. So far so good. show it to you guys here. I ain't lying. I'll show it that way. That is what it looks like when it comes popping up on the silver screen. It means the engine looks realistic. So if you looked at it before, the engine just was dull. It was all painted black apart from the blue, which doesn't make no sense to me. So I thought, oh, paint it all black, get it in silver, and then now we can now go in gold for one thing. That's it. One thing only. You might realise I'm checking them to not stick to the bottom of the thing. Make sure it's not. So all you need is a small amount, and it's just really, really good at doing what it does. So that thing that I painted over, this is going to be the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever done, guys. So I'm trying to get it in a position where I can actually. I think that might be done. So that's that done. Let me look at the green. The green out. What an idea for green. White and blue. Right, so if we're thinking we don't know what's happening right now, there it is, all done and dusted. That is done and dusted. I don't have to do any more to that. I can leave that on the side, knowing that it's cleaned. It's been black. It's been painted all black. But the highlights of the components, what makes the engine, is all chromed. The main circle bit that was blue, which would be, I believe, your intake or something. Yeah, I believe that's would be your intake. That is being painted black, then being painted from blue, which was originally what it was. Didn't like the blue on it, of course. So when it all black, then I painted it, put another layer of colour on, which then becomes chrome silver, which all the chrome became. And then you all saw then it became gold, which is then the final touch. That can be left. We can dry it out. Let's have a look at these. Yeah, look at that. That's brilliant. That's just dried out perfectly. Perfectly. What I mean by perfectly is I give them enough colour on them to dry out, and it's worked. I always check all of them just to make sure. So yeah, checking the car as well. Let me just lift that off. You're probably thinking, well, the car will be dried, won't it? It goes, well, it will be, but you need to make sure it protects its timing. Sometimes some of the bits won't be dry, and it's a pain in the bum when you have to wait for it. So the little bodge thing, well, not the bodge thing, the point where the thing pinged is now repaired, which is good. So what does that mean? It means, let me just do something here. Oh, just dropped it. It means one of them can go back on. And the funny thing about it is, right, that is now done. So, as you can tell, chrome bits will be going on. So I will be stopping here for this bit. Although I keep going. I'll tell you what, I'll keep going. I start putting doors together and the bonnet together and all that thing. So I believe if we spin this around, it should have a thing. Oh, wait a minute, I'll do this. So I have to be very careful of this, by the way. So alright, cool. And now I get to put that engine in where it rightfully belongs. I believe, yeah. I need to get it in perfectly. This is when fiddly things like this become fiddlier. Yes! First time of everything. Right. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, what about the engine bay? Let me just twiddle that through. So I'm gonna try and get this perfectly through. I got a funny feeling that it's not gonna go in. Now you take it out for a ride. So, and what you don't know is you've got to then put it all back together with the same feature. Oh, perfect. Perfect. So, I'm going to open this slowly. There's a way to do it, I don't know. So, yeah, you can't actually open the car. So, as you can tell, that engine is still in. But the bonnet is not going to give in. It doesn't want to shut. Right, so that's that done then. So if we're thinking, well, if that's done, it's not necessarily done. Because obviously you've got to put in the doors for it and everything like that. They're a pain in the bum, these doors. I believe this one goes here. Yes, it does. So you hold this back, I believe, about here. No, you don't. There you are. So far so good. The bonnet's on, the doors are on, the boot's on. Got to just put the chrome bits on, of course. Of course, that one goes there. Do it go there? Or does it go there? I can't remember. It goes there. Sorry. Okay. What goes there then? That position. Okay, I think I know what bits go where now, because I think what goes where. Let's try and get some of the bits on, shall we, today, and we can do a new. Then we can do something a little bit better. So, probably might not know this, but now the Mustang bit, front part of it now is on. Even the back part of it, I don't know where I put that. Ah, it's here, right in front of me. That's the back part of it. So I'm going to put the back part in it. So I'm putting the back part on it. Shouldn't be hard, but I'm going to do it because obviously that other black part, this back part is actually plastic. For enough for saying it. So now the back part's on. I know it's a different colour, but I'm going to sort that out after this video, so it'll be all one colour, but I can't sort it out until when it's glued, because that's the best part. I'm putting the little chrome bits on first because, well, it's going to be better that way. So fitting little bits on is not my MO. Right, so I don't think that's that one. I think it's this one, which it probably will be. Wrong way. See, glue likes to fight with you until you get something in. Then it's glued in. Right, so one of the vents are glued in. You may hear some rain. Today's not a nice day. Oh dear. So, I'm going to get this correct. Goes like that. So I'm putting little bits of it in, back into where it should be. So when it dries out, it stays in there. You know, hopefully I don't have to redo it again. In fact, I'm going to leave that door open. So just to let you show you what I've done. So I've done the front, I've done the back, done the side vents, which you see there. I'm leaving the doors open so the glue doesn't actually seep in where that door thing is and glue it shut. I don't really want that on my conscience at the moment. So So that's the other vent glued on. By the way, this is super glue, so I've got to be working really quick with it. So I can't be messing around with glue. That ain't gonna stick. Turn around, you palabu. So that's the side door panels put on. So we're gonna call it out this video as I don't want to over glue and overdo things. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. I've been your host, Xenomorph 96, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.